The first thing you guys are going to be doing when we get here is do make sure you orient yourself so that you are going to be looking downstream. So as we're looking downstream, you'll notice that is our left bank over there. So all of our waders are going to have to stake the zero end of the tape measure in over on that side of the bank, and then they're going to bring the handle across to their wader's assistant, who will hold it on this side. Then the waders are going to walk back across with their depth meter and start taking their measurements from the left side. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sketch our landmark. So it's totally up to you what you want to choose, but I'm going to draw in just kind of the basic shape of this channel first. So I can either use my landmark as, like, right up there is the cemetery. I'm going to just write a block that this is the cemetery up above. That could be your landmark. If you wanted, you could kind of put that down below here is the bike path. I'm going to draw extra ones. If you go outside of the box, I am never mad. Okay, we're always flexible. I'm breaking your pencil.
Sorry.
All right, so we're going to draw our arrow for the flow direction. One arrow's great. You can give it more if you want. But again, we're going to kind of do that. This is the left bank. You can just put an L in a circle if you want. This is the right bank. So we got our landmark, we got our flow direction, left bank. It wasn't even asked for right bank, but channel bed. So we're going to kind of look at the bed material. And you'll notice that it's got a lot of cobble rock. So you're just going to kind of draw some of these cobbly rocks in there so that you know kind of what materials. We have a lot of sand, but there is a lot of gravel in there. If you want, you can have some trees. I'm not a great tree artist, but there's some trees. We do have some willows right here. Channel bed, erosion. We don't really have very much erosion taking place in this channel. Okay, you might notice like there's maybe a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit right here on this right bank. It's slightly eroded. You're just going to kind of write your word right there. Erosion. We're going to try to get 2 different study sites from each team. So once they stake their tape measures across, then you would just draw in where your study site A is. Just to be quick, I'm going to put site A right here, kind of closer to the willow. You guys might want to draw yours later. Maybe site B might be closer to these trees. Okay. We're just going to draw that would represent our tape measure where the cross section was taken. So we're going to try to stake kind of between mainly these willows here and just stake out across so that we can see if you guys are making any kind of errors as we're going. Because today's goal is really to learn to get your tape measures staked out nice and level across the channel, and how to use your depth rods. When we flip it over to the back, you'll notice that I want you to measure your depths in centimeters. So generally your data recorders are going to record as you go. Your first one should always kind of be a 0 for depth because you're going to be right on the bank. Okay, so I'm filling in a 0 already. And then you're just going to continue. The wader is going to take a measurement every half of a foot. Some of those tape measures, depending on which side is up, look at how the tape measures are. Some of them are actually in tenths. So instead of taking your measurement at the 6 on the tape measure, you're going to take it at the 5. I'll set this down for a sec. I'll see if these are that way or not. But because sometimes tenths are really handier. Like the white side goes 12 inches per foot, and then the yellow side is going to be metric. So we just want this white side. You guys don't have to worry about that. Tenths, these tape measures don't do it that way. Okay, so your wader, you're going to walk across. You're going to stick this stake through the tape measure. You might have to pick up a rock from somewhere and kind of hammer it into the side of the bank. And so you want it to line up kind of with like the very base of the vegetation. And this isn't like a super ideal place, but like where the water would start spilling out of the bank. And I know we got this big uphill right there, so it's going to be hard to really spill out that way, but kind of at the very base of the vegetation, if that makes sense. And then you're going to bring this across to your waiter's assistant. Okay. So you waiters can go for it whenever you're ready. Whenever you're done sketching. Okay.
I think you guys can go at the same time.
Yeah, you can go at the same time. You both